4, 3, 2, 1.
You own cats, right?
Yes.
And little cats here too.
But they're not cats, they're teenage girls.
I have to fix the ratio on that, but okay.
You just completely cut out for me.
That's life right now.
I think that might be my new headset.
C'est la vie. C'est la vie. Welcome everyone to Geek-Posium. This will be our last show of the year.
Yep.
Because the year ends in 3 days. So
It'll also be my last show in the U.S.
You're coming back next year, aren't you?
For now.
For now, he says.
I meant this last show in the U.S. for now.
Okay. I'm like, you're coming back, right? You're not going to suddenly disappear somewhere in Southeast Asia like some people I know.
Hopefully not.
Okay. He eventually ran out of money and ended up back home. And I'm like, sup, dude? Where were you? He goes, Cambodia. Why? It was cheap. It was cheap.
Makes sense.
I guess.
Technically, this trip's on Uncle Sam's dime, so I'm coming back.
Hopefully, yeah.
Hopefully.
Here's hoping. But the joy of joys that is, just entertainment in general is getting interesting. Did you see that they're looking to go and redo Harry Potter? And I'm like, this would be the greatest FU to everyone who hates J.K. Rowling ever. And also all of those snotty Harry Potter kids who like snubbed J.K. Rowling.
Yes. It'd be funny if the only one they bring back is
Malfoy.
they bring back Malfoy, but they have him now play Lucius. Now the actor who played Lucius Malfoy was fantastic, but like they bring him back like, I'm playing my dad. That would be great.
Yeah, that'd be funny.
Because that's the only person that's stuck by. That's the only actor that's stuck by her.
Him and the guy who played the giant keeper of the animals, Hagrid.
Yeah.
There we go.
Hagrid.
I'm like, and the other H name. It's not Hermione. Damn you, English people. Damn you, English people.
Unfortunately, they're not going to make what I want them to make because it's fan fiction, and that would be a licensing nightmare because it's crossover fan fiction, but it'd be fucking fantastic.
I just want more American wizardry because, like, American Wizards were fantastic.
The problem is they kind of fucked them up in Fantastic Beasts.
They were better than the other two movies.
You mean in the other two?
Yeah, the other two movies, the other ones that had Secrets of Dumbledore and whatever the hell the other one was. I was
I meant the entire series in general.
Fucked up American Wizards?
Yes.
Okay.
The series in general kind of went sideways with American Wizards.
Well, it's because the American Wizards didn't follow the same lore and traditions of the English ones, and you're just like, I mean, Americans just do what the hell we want, and it works.
Well, it's more that Rappaport's Law is kind of fucking sideways.
Anyway, so how was your Christmas?
It was okay. Got to spend some time with the family.
I also got to spend time with the family. I have a story off air to tell later.
Oh Lord.
Yeah. Otherwise, it was an overall good time. Apparently, while the rest of the world was freezing, I was chilling out in 50 to 40 degree weather.
Screw you. I have a story to tell on air right now.
Okay, go ahead.
So I was driving back. North today, right, to this side of the family, because I'm gonna be flying out of Cleveland.
Okay.
And I'm on the PA Turnpike. I get to the Allegheny Tunnel. All hazmat trucks are banned from the Allegheny Tunnel because it's a tunnel through a mountain, right?
Yeah, if anything bad happens, there's not much you can do.
Not much you can do. Some dude took his hazmat truck, through the Allegheny Tunnel, didn't attach it properly, and it fell off the back of the trailer fell off his truck, in the middle of the Allegheny Tunnel. It's like, why is traffic backed up? And then I pass it, and it's like, oh. And PD hadn't shown up. PD or first responders hadn't shown up. But I look in my mirror, and I see all the red and blue lights, like, oh, this tunnel is about to get shut down. I'm glad I'm through it now.
Yep. It would have been a pain in the ass to go all the way back and around the fucking mountain.
Yeah.
I finally have a working mouse. For the last 4 months, I've been working with a mouse that doesn't have a mouse wheel. So I've just been kind of dealing without it.
Well, it still works as a mouse. You just don't have the convenience of a mouse wheel.
Listen, when you're editing things, that mouse wheel is fucking important. Like I don't the zooming in and out and the whatever. It's very important, that mouse wheel. Let me tell you. So I got myself a mouse wheel, and it arrived today. I got home.
You know what else is important for editing things? A graphics card.
I have a graphics card. It's just not very good.
A good graphics card.
Well, that's not my
one
issue.
that doesn't make DaVinci Resolve freak the fuck out.
DaVinci Resolve is very picky.
That's because it wants you to get good scrub.
I don't need that though. I don't need all that excess. That's my issue. Anyway, yeah. So the rest of the world was freezing, including Texas. Apparently, Buffalo froze, and I was very confused.
Solid.
I was very confused with it because Buffalo is already freezing cold.
Frozen.
It's always freezing cold. So what the hell changed?
They got hit by a storm of the century.
Not that, no, and it wasn't that big of a storm. They've had worse. They've had worse in my lifetime.
They got hit by a pretty bad storm. They also got because of a lot of EMS personnel quit because of stress, because of COVID, and because of budget cuts.
So,
and a lot of people they've had worse, but they haven't had a whole lot worse. So a lot of people are just like, they've overwarned before. And it was the boy that cried wolf. They kept on saying, oh, this is going to be really bad. It's nothing. This is going to be really bad. It's nothing. This is going to be really bad. It's nothing. And then when they say it's going to be really bad, and it is really bad, no one gave a shit. And they got trapped in their cars.
Well, that's the difference between me and everyone else is I'm told it's really bad. Okay, cool. And I'll sit back and I'll wait. Because the worst thing that happens is, oh, I lost a day. Meh. Whatever. And hey, it happens.
Like a lot of people are getting mad because a lot of businesses didn't close, but a lot of businesses didn't close because they closed in the past when it was nothing. So there's like, well, we can't afford to close if it's nothing.
That is true. The pandemic did cause a lot of that. I am unsure as to what the rules are for Katsucon. I have to go and look at them.
Did they change again?
I don't know. I have to double check again because people are mishmashing things on the groups, and I'm like, I'm not listening to either of you idiots. Like I will just check the websites sometime later the week.
I just pulled it up.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be. They want you to be vaxxed. They want you to be. They want you to wear a mask everywhere.
How much vax? Because I'm not getting a new booster.
Let me see. Full of COVID vaccinations, whatever that means.
See, they don't describe it, so I don't care. They don't know what they want.
Fully.
They don't describe it. I don't care. And if they don't care enough to describe it, I don't care enough to.
Two doses of Pfizer, Moderna.
That's not fully
Pfizer,
vaccinated.
Moderna, or Novavax.
That's not fully vaccinated.
They're going by the old definition.
See, I've been told this may change. And I'm like, whatever. If it changes, awesome. But my general thing is I'm probably not going to wear my mask over my nose at all. In fact, I'm going to wear it as a chin diaper. Just chin strap. Because I'm kind of done with this nonsense. Yeah. I'm done. We've been through this shit. It doesn't work. I'm very sorry. Get over yourselves. All right. I don't need a generation that got full on eating ass telling me that I have to wear a fucking mask to go and be and protect people. Motherfucker, you have been full on tongue in asshole, and then you're like, let me go give you a kiss. I'm like, whoa, hey, hey.
Whoa.
I know where your mouth has been.
Yeah. You don't know what's back there. Or we know what's back there. You don't know what's in back there.
I know. Yeah, fucking fine. Anyway.
Speaking of masks, I actually had to go buy a mask because Japan's still on that bullshit. Different culture. It's a different culture. I'm a guest, so.
Sounds like bullshit. Don't really care that much, but here I am.
Yeah.
I'm also just kind of sick and tired of everyone's shit, and I hope to make enough FU money to the point where if someone says wear a mask, I go, no, I'll buy your house.
Yeah.
Got something. It's cold and the bugs are still out.
They're out because your house is warm and it's warmer than out, or it might be cold inside, but it's warmer inside than outside.
True, it's like 65 degrees here. It's not bad. Not bad. Anyway, let's go on. What are we opening with anyway?
A New York Times article, which I can't read because
archive.io or archive.
I didn't have time to do that.
Anyway, I'll go over the basic of it. So this applies to Venmo, Cash App, and all the other things. The IRS is delaying the tax changes for users of those things. So this tax season, don't worry that much about it. Next tax season, you will have to be fully aware of it. They will drop this suddenly on you without telling you.
Yes.
They do this all the time. They always delay things. And they don't tell you about it when it's implemented the following
When it actually implements. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there you are.
It's like other agencies that change rules. Oh, we're going to delay it. Oh, we delayed it. You should have fixed your ass. We implemented it without warning you.
Okay, ATF. I hear you loud and clear, ATF. Have I told you what I've been doing on MagFest lately? Is I've just been doing full on conspiracy theories.
Yes, it's been like watching you. It's like between you and fucking Pipkin Pippa just getting full. Like it's like Alex Jones is following me around.
Is this because I said guidebook is just the government trying to control you?
Yeah.
Think about it. You hear a bell, you all gather it in one spot.
Yes. Like I was like, I just alert. Darren posted MagFest 21 plus.
Oh no.
Like, okay, this is either going to be nothing sexual or it's going to be Fed posting. It's Fed posting.
I can't do nothing sexual right now. Everyone's too horny.
The amount of horniness.
The amount of horny is too high. You can't nothing sexual right now on there. I'm like, damn, everyone needs to calm down. Everyone's like, I can't wait to see everyone and get laid. I'm like, you're gonna be walking around in a mask.
You're walking around.
First of all, there's nothing sexy about a mask. I'm sorry. All right.
Once upon a time, there was, but then COVID ruined it.
COVID ruined all of it.
Yes.
No longer sexy. Why? Because I don't know if she's ugly. That's kind of it. Sorry, ladies. I do judge you entirely based upon how pretty your face is.
Oof.
Get over it. Don't care.
Speaking of that ass, driving down the turnpike, I look to my right and see a car. Someone sitting alone in their fucking car wearing a mask.
Have you tried telling them about the joys of euthanasia within Canada?
I was like that's not even doing anything. That's just pure posturing at this point.
That is pure posturing. That is, that's someone stuffing their pants because they're going to be in the gym later.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, okay, relax.
Okay. Anyways,
what's next?
Another New York Times article, and one that I wish really? I could read.
See, this one was free because I didn't pull this one off of Twitter. So you're gonna love this. A guy in Germany bought a fingerprint and an IRS scanner off of
Yes.
eBay,
Yes.
and you're gonna love this. It still had all the database information for the various fingerprint scans and iris iris scans, and this was once used in a government facility in the embassy.
Oh God.
So they have all the biometric information for multiple people, high-ranking officials, and guess how much they bought it for?
$68.
Oh, it's on there. You can see that. Okay.
Yeah, I can see the sub headline.
Okay.
But yeah, $68.
There you are. And this is why your IT team should always, scrub all the stuff.
Yeah. If you've got a reader, you should probably not even sell it. Just not even throw it in the trash.
Disassemble it.
Destructively destroy it.
Disassemble it. Remove all the important parts that make it work, and then throw it out.
Now, I'm not saying to follow the regulations specifically. There's there are regulations that are ridiculous, like the destruction, how you're supposed to destroy hard drives.
Yeah, those are kind of annoying.
That's annoying. You can just go get a nail gun and go pop. No one's getting data off those disks.
No, not at all. Hell, I bring it to the range and we'll shoot it off of someone's fence. It'll be fine.
Yep.
What are you doing? Destroying hard drives with guns? Yes.
Yes.
Why? It's important that we remove all data.
Yes.
And this is more fun.
And more effective than what the NSA wants you to do, and what DHS wants you to do. Get out of Barrett, go to town.
You know what I find hilarious about that is with the amount of let me guess, we're now live.
17 minutes in.
We're now live. Yeah. It's every
minutes.
time. Every single time. It's
Nice
not
job.
right away.
Nice
Way to
job,
go there,
YouTube.
YouTube. I find it funny that the FBI and DHS are like, if you're the Twitter files are complete total conspiracy theories, and we're just like, we have the receipts, we have the emails.
Receipts.
What do you mean it's conspiracy theories?
We have the receipts, dude.
What? You guys didn't even make a good fucking excuse.
Yeah.
You just went, we'll call it all fake. There's no way anyone will look at it.
Well, that's kind of been the playbook since the Clinton administration for Democrat regimes. Deny everything, whatever, no matter what they say.
Ridiculous.
I did not have sex with that woman, whatever woman you're talking about.
You didn't have sex with your wife? How did Chelsea happen?
Anyways.
What's next?
Netflix bought an army base to create a production studio in New Jersey. Did they buy Fort Dix or did they?
No, they bought
Fort Monmouth. Okay.
Yeah, Fort Monmouth has been officially it was removed in the early 2000s, mid 2000s.
Okay.
The mid aughts, if you will.
Yeah. It was closed in the mid aughts, but it was still owned by the government.
Yeah, and it was used for Sandy Hook for a little while, and eventually everyone got out of there, and it's been empty, and the military has been looking to sell the property. And who the hell's going to buy a place with an airbase or an airfield? It's I don't know. They kept trying to sell it to the state. The state was like, we don't want it.
Doesn't New Jersey already have its own separate military base, separate from DoD?
Yes.
I'm pretty sure every state has that. Ohio has it for its guard. Virginia has Fort Pickett. Everyone has one. We
have two actually. One for our Coast Guard and one for our National Guard. But we have them. We don't. So they're like,
you don't need another one.
They're like, wouldn't you like to buy Fort Monmouth? No. But we're not using it. Yeah. So you're just going to leave this empty? Yes. So Netflix is bought it. They're going to use it as a production studio. So we're going to see what happens with that. Netflix becoming a producer now like, I guess New Jersey might be the new Hollywood.
Maybe. I mean, a lot of states are trying to get into that game. Like Georgia was huge in that game until Hollywood decided that Georgia's values didn't align with their values.
Oh, like it's good. It's a good thing.
And then Georgia became big in that game because they were cheap.
Yeah, I mean it works. So this is them working on that. The annoying part about this is I will no longer have a abandoned airfield to do photo shoots in anymore. But hey, whatever.
Oh well.
But yeah, so this is in my backyard. Fort Monmouth, funny enough, is where I took my ASVAB originally.
Oh,
So I was like, oh, look at that.
That's deep.
Yeah, there you go. We're chugging along too damn fast here.
What's
Way too
next is anime news. Things are jumbled because I didn't have a lot of time because I drove today.
Gotcha.
So Tenchi Muyo GXP is continuing.
So this is, if you don't know, this is not Tenchi Muyo with the original Tenchi. This is Tenchi Muyo with his cousin or whatever, who went into outer space and became a space cop.
Yes.
I think this is a series. This is the only series I think that you've watched.
I saw a couple episodes of it at a con.
Yes. Well, it's a good Tenchi Muyo to watch. You don't have to watch the original to really get it. You just have to know that it's a Tenchi Muyo series, so it's lots of fan service, lots of girls going after one man trying to be top girl, and at the end they all have to kind of just share him because they all realize, well, he's too much of a fucking pansy to pick one of us.
I love how the beginning doesn't explain what GXP is. It just explains the original Tenchi.
Yeah, you gotta love comic book. Is this comicbook.com or comic book resources?
It's comicbook.com.
Comicbook.com doesn't know anything about anything. They just went Tenchi Muyo, and we're gonna pull this from Wikipedia, and I'm just like, the hell's wrong with you?
That's not GXP.
GXP is an entirely. I mean, it's set in the Tenchi universe.
Yeah.
So, yay, you have, but it's not.
It's sort of in the future, sort of, kind of.
No, it takes place at the same time as Tenchi Muyo. Somewhere in between Tenchi universe there, because there is a point where he comes back to Earth and like meets his cousin and his girlfriends, and they all talk, and the girls all get together and they complain about the two boys, and the two boys sit there looking awkward, like
that awkward moment where the husbands laugh awkwardly as the wife's bitch.
Yeah,
about them.
Pretty much.
That's in a lot of rom-coms.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to end I'm going to ruin the ending for you for GXP. In the last episode, he's supposed to marry all the girls in GXP, but instead he gets kidnapped by a different girl. Completely like right field moment there, and then all the girls race off into space after him. And I'm like, oh, that's a good ending. I guess
it's a Gynex ending. So that's probably where this is picking up.
Probably. So Gynex always managed to make an ending that if we need money, we can bring this back.
It wasn't Gynex that did GXP though.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty damn sure.
I'm sure it was Gynex that did this.
No. It's I'm not sure who did it, but it wasn't Gynex.
All right, well, I'll look into it later. Oh,
that was the era of Gynex endings, though, where everything had a little bit of Evangelion influence.
Yes. Oh, I told you I was watching Justice League Unlimited, and I gave you like season 2, episode 18 or something like that. They're fighting in Ava.
Yeah, you told me.
I was like that's an Ava. I'm like, no, it's not. It's a giant robot. Giant robot that yells and screams with fucking weird block teeth. That's an Ava.
That's an Ava.
It even had the the fucking protruding fucking parts on the back.
The shark fin, the stabilizer fins. Yeah,
I mean,
that's
they
an Ava.
weren't they weren't fins. They were cylinders. But yeah, I'm like, okay, that's a fucking Ava.
That's an Ava.
That's an Ava. Like, I appreciate Justice League. I didn't realize you watched Evangelion, but I appreciate. And of course, it was also one of those weird episodes where they had to prove they existed within the universe. I was like, oh yeah, this is an Ava episode.
This is Ava. That's kind of like one of the Digi evolutions of one of the main Digimon in the Digimon series is an Ava.
Yeah,
is Ava Unit 1, but
Yeah.
different color. It's like I didn't realize that as a kid. Like, it's like that looks familiar. I've seen this before. I'm not sure where. And then I got into anime, and then I went back and watched. It's like, oh, I know exactly where this comes from now.
exactly. Oh, did I tell you what I ended up buying for my Christmas gift to myself?
No,
My $50 for Nintendo. I got Sword Art Online Fatal Bullet.
good choice.
I got I didn't get Stick. I got Fractured Butthole. The South Park second video game where you're superheroes
Nice.
with the season pass. So I have all the digital stuff, all the DLC.
Nice.
And then I got the 3 Crash Bandicoot games.
Oh,
So I got.
that's weird. That's weird as hell that those are on Switch now.
I know, right?
Like if you go back in time to the original Crash commercials, like, oh, I'm Crash Bandicoot. I'm the mascot of PlayStation, and it's him driving around the parking lot of the
Of
Nintendo of America headquarters, talking smack about Mario.
pretty much.
Like, look at you, plumber man.
Where are you at?
Fight me.
Come out here. You want to go?
You don't have these graphics.
Oh, I forgot how annoying those games were to play. I'm like, oh god, because of the angle. I'm like, this is harder than I remember how to play. Fuck.
A lot of 3D platformers in that era are stupid annoying to play.
I was like, I'm like, I landed. You missed. What do you mean I missed?
The thing is, it was 3D was new and they didn't know how to do it yet.
Yeah, it was weird.
That's-
Anyway,
That's one of the reasons why Super Mario 64 is so hard. Is the camera control is awkward as shit.
yeah, and you have to adjust them constantly. Where
Yeah.
in Crash Bandicoot, you got a weird 3/4 from above angle.
Yeah,
You're just like, I'm probably right. You missed. God damn it. I'm like, okay, this time, okay, I have to not jump that soon. I have to jump a little bit later. Completely missed the jump. God damn it. Just fell right in. Oh, God.
Anyways,
What's next?
so Nintendo started an a crackdown on custom art on Steam
That's very annoying.
because people will go and to their Steam library, they add their emulated games and put on art, and Nintendo's like, no, that's our art. Stop doing that.
Well, that's very annoying because now I can't have like M&M characters for artwork. They're like, no.
That was someone did that for buying.
Bayonetta.
Why?
not?
Why?
Because you can. Because you can. Because we can. And if we can, we do.
Did they take a screenshot? Is this? I have a question. Is this Linkara's fucking alt account?
I don't want to answer that.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
I know what you're talking about. I don't want to answer that. Not with MagFest so very close.
Oh Lord.
That's like summoning fucking Bloody Mary in the mirror, man. Come on.
You might show up and have a problem with you. Oh Lord.
That's just what it is right there.
Oh yeah, Nintendo is aggressively defending their IP to the point of being no fun. So
Well, they still let me have Necopara. Necopara is currently less than $10. I'm just like, man, I might.
But Necopara on Switch doesn't have the reason for Necopara.
Cute cat girls?
Well, that's the reason for Necopara, but what happens with you and the cute cat girls is the reason for Necopara.
Yes,
And that's not allowed on Switch.
I am aware, which is funny because there's tons of like almost H games on Switch. It's like I think there was one that's like would you loot a slime? I'm like, how did this? What is how? Should I buy it? It's $2.
So what got me was when I was younger and dumber, I bought one of the Sakura games, but it was like just the first chapter of it.
Okay.
Like I was like, what do you mean this is chapter 1? Oh, that's why it was $3. But that sucks. This is leaving me hanging. Where do I go from here? And then it showed up on a Switch sale on Switch, the full version of the game. And it's like, wait a minute, the full version's not on Steam, but it's on Switch. What is this? What even is this? What the hell?
Oh, I'm tempted to buy one of these to see if one of them is actually an H game.
I'll let you know in a couple weeks.
All I know is this. All I know is this, and that is that Nintendo's e-library is great right now. Those of you who have Trails of Zero on Steam, update it. You will now have some quality of life updates to make life better, which include auto advancing text.
Cool.
And better rendered water.
I'll get that updated after we're done.
Yeah. So that's new. The update's not available yet for Switch, so I have to wait. Which, let me tell you, I like the game, but I forgot how much I hate sitting around waiting, pressing A for text. Because I'm used to just sitting down and reading and going, okay, cool. But now it's just like, okay, cool. Stupid button. That's an ongoing thing. So Nintendo, no being fun because of this, but they will still allow boobies. So they get a pass from me.
Well, they sort of get a pass. I don't think you have it, but they changed a voice actor to someone who sucks.
What voice actor and what
game? I forget which game, but they fired the previous voice actor and hired Real. I just know Anime Outsiders was spurging about it earlier today.
Yeah, Anime Outsiders spurgs about a lot of things. It's kind of like Ministry of Otaku. Every once in a while, they're just spurging nonstop, and I kind of just tune them out.
I was like, well, I'm not going to pick up that game. But they were like spurging, like, ever since what's his name left, Nintendo was bound to a straight up. Like, have you seen their catalog?
Yeah, no, I don't think so, buddy. I don't think so, pal. Speaking of Ministry of Otaku, they are still going off on shit. Whatever. My problem is I don't follow them, but people I know follow them. So every once in a while, someone will like something that they post, and I'll be like, I don't care about Hooters.
Yeah, that's fake news anyway.
I don't care about Hooters. I don't care about whatever. I don't need to know about how much you hate masks. We all hate masks. We all agree. You know how we get this over with? We all very silently just don't do it.
Yes.
And ignore. Moving on.
So Genshin Impact removed the thick thighs mod from Game Banana.
Sad face.
No fun allowed.
It's China. You think they would allow fun?
They might allow fun in the game they're trying to brainwash the West with.
No, because this mod was available for all countries,
Ah,
so that's a thing. And they can't allow deviancy in any way, shape, or form. Now I get it. The Mona thing gives her like a ridiculously fat ass, and I kind of go, okay, cool. Like if that's what you
Okay.
want, go for it. Like I don't care. I'm out the shit out of Fallout to the point where all the girls are ridiculously big boobed anime chicks. All right, I don't. And all the men look like something from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Stand.
Posing.
But yeah, no fun allowed.
No fun allowed. So this ended up happening. The developer took it down due to multiple complaints by Tencent. Tencent eventually broke this man's will. I would have been like, listen, it's a mod. It's not. It does nothing to the game. It doesn't add anything to the game.
It does nothing to the core game. Let people have fun.
All it does is it changes a few characters' models so that they have larger waists and a fatter ass.
Now what needs to happen? Someone needs to hack the game to put the mod back in.
Well, everyone who has the mod will continue to have the mod, but the mod will no longer be updated. So,
Well, no, I don't trust that because Genshin Impact demands Ring 0 access.
ooh, you're right. I forget about this.
It demands Ring 0 access. It's going to go away.
Forever. Remember, folks, China will let you pay for anything using nothing but your face.
But you don't want that.
You don't
No
want
one
that
wants that.
because then they take away your fat ass anime girls.
Yes. Save the fat ass anime girls. That is what freedom is about.
I remember the old days of flip phones and giant butt anime girls. No woman can look like that. Yes, we know. She's a cartoon.
It's cartoon. It's the point. It's fantasy.
Well, what if someone decides they want to look like that? Well, then they have a mental condition.
Yeah, they have a condition. They can't separate reality from fantasy.
Okay. What is next?
We're burning through these.
That's fine.
Oh, South Park creators deepfake company gets a big $20 million investment.
So those of you who do not know, Trey Parker and Matt Stone, I think those are their names.
Yeah, Trey Parker, Matt Stone.
They have been working on deepfake technology for years. They think it's funny. They want to implement it mostly for various parody reasons. And it's also going to be used by the government to start wars, but that's a different issue.
That's a different issue. One of the things they're against, but they like money.
Listen, man, there's one thing I've learned from the Ukraine war is that leftists aren't against war. They are against you in general.
Yes.
If you are pro-war, they are against it. If you are anti-war, they are
against it. Or they are against you. And
yes.
Therefore for it.
You could show them all the receipts in the world. You can show them every single bit of things. You can go, hey, here's all these issues, and they'll still do it. They don't care.
They even get mad when you say, like, hey, I'm for this, but I have an issue with, but we need to keep them at our, like...
Nope. That's too much thought there.
That's too much thought.
Too much thought, okay?
You support Russia. It's like, I want Putin fucking assassinated. What do you mean I'm pro-Russia?
That wouldn't stop the war. It
It
would only make it worse. But what was I saying?
You're right. It would put someone competent in charge.
There's one thing I've learned from the military is this: if you have a choice between an evil person and a stupid person, choose the evil person every time. The evil person you can figure out what they're going to do. A stupid person will just fuck everything up. That's just the way it rolls.
I mean, that's kind of why That's kind of the problem with Libya right now. We had an evil person, Gaddafi, and once we bombed him into the Stone Age, he fucking behaved for 30 years.
It worked out.
And then we had to fuck it up by saying, "Oh, he's evil. We have to get rid of him." And now the entire Mideast is on fire
Because we put stupid people in party
Yes.
in power. I can't help you with that. Okay, my problem is you shouldn't have stupid people in power. Okay, there's a reason why failing upwards is a stupid fucking plan.
Yeah.
I will never
Right.
understand that.
Anyways, so they got a 20 million investment for the deepfake company.
Yep.
I'm split on. I think this should exist for parody reasons, but yeah, this could be misused very easily.
This is not a weapon I want in the world.
Yeah, it's like I don't want this in the world, but at the same it's like a confluence of things that it's hard to have a principle take because the same principle this will be conflicting on.
No, it shouldn't exist. Here's the reason why. New actors need to have roles. We need to stop rehashing old things. We need to stop remaking old things. We need new things. New things. Cultural decay will come from this. This will continue to create terrible aspects of our reality. This could be used to ruin relationships, ruin countries, ruin states, ruin politicians, ruin it could ruin war efforts. It could inflame war efforts. This is too powerful of a thing. And while parody is important, I think parody works best when you choose people who kind of look like the person and then over exaggerate it. To this day, people still think what's her name from Alaska?
Sarah Palin.
People still think Sarah Palin said, "I can see Russia from my backyard." She never said that. That was the girl from SNL.
Tina Fey.
Yes, it was her. She said that, and it was a parody thing. But because people couldn't separate reality from fiction, that happened.
You have a point.
All right. We don't need this. This only makes it worse.
Yeah. Yeah, you have a point, and you're probably right.
All right. To this day, I have to explain to people, no, Trump never actually sold chicken. It was an SNL skit. Calm down.
Calm down.
He
did sell pizza.
He did sell pizza. That was a Domino's deal.
Pizza Hut.
Pizza Hut?
It was a Pizza Hut ad.
I swore he sold.
It was Pizza Hut because they had a pizza called the Big New Yorker.
Right. And then he also did the stuffed crust too.
He also did the stuffed crust.
Right. Okay. Yeah. And he did do a Domino's ad. It was for like a special sale.
I didn't know that.
Yes, it was a different thing. That's what it was. I'm like, okay. It was Domino's. Like, he also did pizza. So he sold pizza and he didn't discriminate.
I have to just the fact that he did a Domino's ad makes it the number 2 Domino's ad. The number 1 is when the CEO of Domino's did tried in very bad Japanese to do a serious Steve Jobs announcement about their Hatsune Miku campaign. But if you order enough from Domino's, you can get Hatsune Miku merch.
How'd that go?
It's something ridiculous. He'll say something in Japanese and be like, "Oh, that didn't go on." He'll say it again in English, but he's just every time puts emphasis on Hatsune Miku.
Oh, did you see that?
It's just the most boring corporate white guy trying to act excited like he's announcing the new iPod for Hatsune Miku.
Which also reminds me, have you seen Hatsune Miku's new design? They finally fed her a sandwich. She's got thick thighs now. She's got flared hips. I'm like, oh my god, she's no longer that weird teeny bopper looking girl.
She grew up.
She grew up. It finally happened. It took 30 years.
And now baby got back.
They learned from Atelier Ryza. Thighs. Thighs. That thigh meat. There's a reason why KFC is number one in Japan.
Speaking of, that ties into something I just read today. They opened up a new sandwich shop in Setagaya in Tokyo.
Okay.
Like usually the Japanese sandwiches, it's like, okay, you get a couple thin slices of meat, and then there's a second sandwich that's like fruit and cream and whatever the fuck that shit is.
Oh, it's they're trying to make a crepe, but they don't have crepe stuff, so they're just making essentially bread.
They're using bread. They're making a crepe with white bread.
Yeah, more or less. It's weird. I never grab those. I always get croquettes instead. It's tastier, and it's about the same price.
Instead of that, there's a sandwich shop that does like similar style sandwiches, but it's not sweet. It's a pound of cut up steak. It's like they fed Hatsune Miku one of those.
All right. What is next?
So Congress is finally banning TikTok on government devices.
Well, they're moving towards it finally, which means hopefully
most agencies already do this.
Yes, but you know who doesn't do this? Congress, Senate, their aides.
Because they're stupid.
Because they're fucking idiots.
DHS has advised everyone, don't put TikTok on your device. And most CISOs have made it law not law, but made it law within that agency and enforced it with the ban hammer.
Yep. And I've
seen people fired for putting TikTok on their iPhone.
And then we've got Congress people literally doing TikToks, and I'm like, what the fuck are you doing, guy? This is Chinese spyware. What the fuck are you doing, guy?
Well, that's what happens when the head of the Senate Intelligence Committee is fucking a Chinese spy.
Which one was that? Was that Schiff?
That was Schiff.
Okay. Because I'm like, which one was that? There were a couple of people
that was Schiff.
Chinese spies.
That's the one that comes to mind. But yeah, there were a couple, and maddening. They're talking shit about people being traitors, and then no, our biggest adversary you're literally in bed with. What are you doing?
I tell you what he's doing. He's getting that Shanghai sloppy choppy. All right, that's what he's doing. He's getting that Qui-Gon Chi, if you will. He's getting that. That tongue, that dong wong dong, if you want.
But everyone who like TikTok's literally like it's got all the worst parts of like Twitter or like with it trying to manipulate you into spending more time on the app so they can serve you more ads, and by fucking with your emotions, which is what Twitter does, which is what Facebook has done. This was revealed by a former Facebook engineer that Facebook intentionally makes you angry because you engage more and spend more time on the app.
That doesn't work on me, but I was always taught that if you get angry about something, you should work on something constructive.
Most people don't. Most people just stew.
I don't like the stew because then eventually it boils over.
And even people like I try to go do something constructive, but I'm also stubborn as shit, and I don't like to lose arguments. So
what my trick is, I'll swing and then I'll block and walk away. I'm like, and I'm done. Fuck this. It's like I have other things to do with my life. I have a company to fucking deal with. I have a logo to finalize. I've got to get a bunch of badges or badge flags printed this month.
I noticed that when I was liking what I was doing, I would spend less time on social media because, like, if something pissed me off, it's just like, I gotta get back to work.
Mm-hmm.
But if it was like trying to, like, if I was doom scrolling because fuck this job, or fuck this situation I'm stuck in.
See, now that Twitter isn't nonstop shoving political stuff in my face.
I actually get joy out of it, even though people are bitching about, oh, this is happening. This is happening. It's like, oh, I'm actually getting things that are fun in my feed now.
Yeah, I'm getting things I enjoy. I'm getting a lot more art stuff, a lot more tech stuff, a lot more video game stuff.
Yeah,
I'm
getting
getting
a lot more. I'm getting a lot more video game stuff, a lot more anime stuff. I'm getting a lot more gun stuff that isn't political,
which is nice. That's
nice.
I'm enjoying Twitter now. I'm probably spending a lot more time on Twitter than I should be.
Yeah,
but I'm also doing it like I'm doing laundry. Whatever. I'm not doing anything. I'll scroll on Twitter for a few hours. Or hey, I'm cooking something. I gotta wait for this to finish. I'll just scroll through Twitter real fast. I'm enjoying Twitter the way it is now, and that's great. Like I think some people are making big deals out of little molehills, like the view count thing. Every single girl saw that and they flipped their fucking minds, and I'm like, what's your problem?
Now they can see how popular they actually are.
They can see how many people look at their stuff and then don't do anything.
Yes.
And it drives them up the wall. And I'm like, calm down. Like,
up the wall.
Who the fuck cares? Like, I don't care. I'm like, cool. Like, I'm like, oh, cool. A lot of people saw my thing. That would be my entire reaction.
Yeah. Like, oh, people are actually seeing this. I'm getting traction.
That's great. But
yeah, like when no one sees this, it's like, oh, am I shadow banned again? Or do people really just not give a shit? Oh, people just don't give a shit. Okay.
I'm hoping that eventually we just outright ban TikTok in general. Just get rid of the whole damn app.
Just get rid of it. Ban it.
It's way too sketchy.
It's sketchy, and it's been a net negative for society.
And
it's been the worst. It's like social media has been a negative for society, but TikTok gives all the worst influences, like all the worst tendencies it enables.
Yeah, and the other thing it does, and it's very important, I say that out loud, they don't pay their creators very well in any way, shape, or form. So like that whole creator fund, people are like, oh yeah, they pay you for content. I go, they pay you pittance. Twitch pays you better. Twitch doesn't pay shit.
Alt tech pays you better.
Shit.
I mean, you could probably go make more money on fucking Odyssey.
Probably on Mines. Here we are. But that's where my audience is. No, that's where you're being pushed.
That's where you're being pushed.
All right, let's be honest here. You're being pushed, and you're being pushed because you're probably saying insane shit.
Yeah.
Now, will I be sad that libs of TikTok will no longer be able to bring us great quality content? Yes.
Yes.
But I also would feel better if TikTok was gone.
Yes.
So.
And then we have one last article.
What's the last one?
Oh, this shit. Have you seen this shit? So,
I saw this, and a few people tried bringing this into MagFest and KatsuCon 21 Plus, and it's been blocked repeatedly. They're like, we're not dealing with this. No, this shit is stupid. As far as I can, is this a light novel or an anime?
They're making an anime about it now.
Okay,
so it had a light novel, but it's now an anime.
I was aware of the light novel, and I was like, maybe I should pick it up, just like have it and be like, okay, cool, whatever.
But they're making it into an anime, and pretty much it's like, why are people upset? Like, it's kind of like they took all the bad tropes and then made something like that was still, how do I put it? Degenerate, but anti-degenerate and anti-degenerate at the same time.
It's really weird.
Like, this is a world where everyone's a loli. Well, now this guy's going to get all the MILFs.
This guy's getting all the MILFs. Why?
And he's going to rub it in their face. He's going to rub it in their faces.
That's right. I have your mom. What is this? This is the dream of every Call of Duty player ever. What this is. All right. Fuck your mom.
That's literally the plot. Oh, I get kicked out of the group. I'm gonna go F everyone's mom.
That is the
plot of this.
You threw me out of the lobby. I'm gonna go bang your mom now. Hey kid, is your name Duke Nukem 96969? Yeah, I'm MILF Hunter 22. Me and your mom gonna have a good night tonight. Good night.
I'm dead.
I'm not that surprised with this. In the forbidden tags of NTR, this has been showing up a lot. And I'm like, you can't really NTR someone because you're banging their mom. I mean, that's not how that works. I'm not sure why this is here, but here we are.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I don't know what to tell
And
people.
like people
about
are just like, oh, this is a world with Loli. It has to be like, well, the main character's in the MILFs. That's not okay.
Listen, I'll say it 100 times over. The internet has decided that if women don't have huge tits and are tall, then they are automatically children, and we should treat all short people who are female as children. And I agree with that. Let's start by taking away their voting rights, and we'll move on from there.
Oh Lord.
I demand the right to vote. No, you are a B cup. You get nothing.
The question is he trolling or not?
I don't know anymore. I couldn't tell you.
Well, anyways, so that's our last article.
That's our last article.
Uh,
So I wanted to grab a few clips from the South Park game, and the Switch is like, we don't allow recording of this. I'm like, you don't allow?
you don't
Bitch.
allow?
I have the technology.
I have the.
I'm like, okay.
Okay, go grab a an HDMI duplicator. Go grab a.
I didn't have to go that far. Like, I'm talking about like the regular like share button. You hold it down.
Yeah.
It lets you record. It wouldn't let you. It's like we don't allow this. I'm like, okay, fine. I'll just take a screenshot. We don't allow this. Okay, all right, fine. Okay, put you in the dock. Connect the dock to the HDMI recorder. Suck it, bitch.
Suck it. Oh, so they don't even have HDCP on. Oh boy.
No, they do not.
Oh boy. Because a lot of Sony games will have a lot of PlayStation games will have HDCP on, and what you do is you just get in between your screen recorder, you just put an HDMI duplicator. And that'll strip the HDCP.
You can remove the HDCP from the PlayStation 4 and the PlayStation 5 with a single motion in the options portion of the settings. For the PS3,
that breaks some games though.
I have not had that break any of my games, so I don't know.
It's broken some of mine.
All right.
And then it makes it annoying as shit when you forget to detach everything and you want to watch Netflix or something.
Well,
it's just easier to not deal with any broken games and not deal with having to turn that on and off by just putting an HDMI duplicator in the middle.
I also use a Fire Stick for all my TV purposes, so easier. But the what were they saying? The PS3 and the PS TV, PlayStation 3 and PlayStation TV, which is just a PSP emulator, more or less.
Yeah, it's PSP hardware, but you plug it into your TV.
Yeah, those two have HDCP embedded in, so you have to go and strip that away with a HDMI strippers or whatever.
Oof.
So that's an annoying thing. I have no major plans for the New Year's.
I have massive plans, but people know them already.
Yes, well, you'll be in the air. What do I care?
Yeah, I'll be in the air. I won't actually see New Year's the ball drop.
Son, you're gonna experience all of them simultaneously.
It's gonna be like, oh, it's gonna be like noon on New Year's Eve. No, it's not noon on New Year's Eve. It's noon on New Year's Day.
And it's like, yeah, I try to explain this to people like, you are 12 hours ahead. Like, oh yeah, so when you told me you were landing, I go, okay, cool. You sent me that article saying like a bunch of people got caught because their flight landed after midnight. I go, yeah, And they didn't have public transportation. I go, yeah, public transportation in Japan stops running after midnight.
Stops at midnight.
All of it.
All
So
of it.
whenever someone says to me, why can't we have public transportation like in Japan? I go, well, if we stopped all public transportation in New York City at midnight, that would work.
Because then you could actually do fucking maintenance.
Mm-hmm. But let's be honest about this. None of you would ever allow anyone to go to bed.
No.
That's why it works in Japan, because they literally have a 6-hour period where nothing runs.
Yeah, nothing runs. They can actually do the maintenance they need to do.
There you are. So that's an ongoing thing. I might have my book done in time before Katsucon. We're gonna see if that's finished or not.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I'm at like 22 chapters right now, and I'm trying to decide whether I want to stop it at 30 or at 50. Like, I could add more, but I'd have to depower the character now as opposed to later, and then have him kind of deal with the fact that he no longer has a lot of the power he had for he's been learning about for like 20 chapters.
And that's going to take time to deal with.
Well, he has to learn a new way to fight after going, wait, I'm immortal? I'm immortal. Oh, hell yeah.
That's depowering someone and then having them fight, like learn a different way. It's always an interesting, usually results in a better story, but at the same time, you don't want the story to go too long.
Yeah, like if I do that, it will end up running through to at least 40 to 50 chapters, which might be a good spot, a good stopping spot. I'm not sure. It's one of those things. Yeah, because I do want to depower him and then have him learn how to fight in that way for book 2. Dealing with the fact that he has none of those cool vampire strength powers anymore.
Might want to save it for book 2 then.
I'm not sure.
If you're already planning on it.
Well, the problem with book 2 is if I wait too long to do it, it'll take a lot more time getting him through the process than for the ending of book 2 than I would like. So okay. I have to find this balancing act in book 1 now, because if I do it too soon, it drags on book 1. But if I do it too late in book 1, it makes book 2 ridiculously long.
Okay.
Or at least makes it splits book 2 into book 2 and 3. No one likes that.
No
one liked the book 7, book 6, 7. It was ridiculous. We were like, movie 7 and 8 for fucking Harry Potter.
Yeah, like book 7 part 1 and book 7 part 2.
No one likes that. No one likes that.
It's already too damn long.
It's already too damn long. All right. I already have to deal with the fact that I have to deal with all of that. I have to deal with fairy contracts. So there we are. Yay. This has been Geek-Posium. You will find me at hentaikick.com. We may have new product stuff in like 2 weeks. We are very close. I'm just finalizing logo stuff now. And
this is what I think it is.
Yes. And once that has been completely approved, as in I'm finalizing it, I'm sending it off this week, and once it has been approved, which they say will take 5 business days, and I expect them to take their sweet ass time because it's the end of the fucking year.
It's the end of the year. They're probably swamped.
So I may have this all ready and set for us for coffee, cosplay, and donuts. Cosplay, coffee, and donuts? Cosplay, coffee, and donuts. That sounds better.
Sounds better. So that's the thing. I still haven't decided on what badge flag I'm going to put up for us. I am going to have the basic I watched hentai flag because that's classic.
It's classic too. It has the company name on it.
Yeah.
So it's always nice. And I'm trying to decide if I want Flat Earth Chance Society, Head Pat Ho, or I Heart Monster Girls.
What are you doing? What panels are you doing?
I'm doing cryptids, and I'm doing Anime History X.
Do the slime girl one. You're the
I
one
Heart
that goes with the
Monster
panel. Yes.
I Heart Monster Girls. Okay.
Yes. Because it ties in. Synergy.
Should I have a fourth one? Would you loot a slime?
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
This has been the Geek-Posium. You guys have yourself a good holiday, a good, wonderful New Year's. Remember, spend time with your friends, spend time with your family. If you can't do that, spend time with your homies. Play some of the new games. I've heard good things about Modern Warfare 2. I've heard good things about a lot of games lately. So please go out, have fun, and I don't know what else to say. You got anything to say to the people?
Not really. I'll see y'all later.
All right, everyone, have a good one, and I guess we'll leave with some Jordan Peterson.
You are welcome here. If no one else wants what you have to offer, we do. We want to call you to the highest purpose of your life. We want your time and energy and effort and your will and your goodwill. We want to work with you to make things better, to produce life more abundant for you and for your wife and children and for your community and your country